In the middle of a little bit of drama here, we've got Josh Harper with us, who has actually just come off an opponent swap. Josh, great to have you on today, man. We were just talking before we went live here. You were meant to be fighting K1. Now it's MMA. I mentioned it. You look like you just woke up. You did say, I think you slept until 12, right? My
Yeah, yeah.
man. Uh, you're super relaxed, man. You don't really seem at all fluffed or fussed by this. Your coaches were telling me you train in all the different disciplines, so jumping rule sets wasn't an issue. You're less than 7 days out, though,
No,
from that
no.
fight. How do you feel about it all?
I don't know. Like I've been through the camp. I've been training K1, obviously, but I've been training jiu-jitsu for about 4 years. So I'm obviously quite confident with the ground game and everything. So if it does go to the ground, not too bothered about it.
And is it like a case where when you're prepping for a K1 fight, you put the BJJ on the back burner, or is that something that's always in your pocket anyways?
Well, I was more focusing on the K1, so I haven't been training for jiu-jitsu, but obviously it's still there. I did a rolling session with my brother a couple of days ago. It's all still there.
What do you know about your opponent? You were obviously training for someone who does have experience, but now you've got Jorgen Schroon, I believe, who was also meant to fight somebody else. Again, there's all this little, I don't know, swapping going on, right? It all just
Yeah,
happened, and it's typical, right? There was injuries, I believe. I believe he was meant to fight one of your teammates who broke his collarbone.
yeah, that happened a few days ago. We are gutted about it.
What do you uh, what do you think about Jorgen Schroon? Do you know anything about him? He's coming over with a teammate as well from Norway, from a good gym.
Um, yeah, I saw one of his teammates fight last time, but I don't know anything about him. I've seen a photo of him from the
It must have been Sharedog, Instagram, Tapology, or maybe even from the photo album from last time,
yeah, yeah.
but no intel.
Yeah, so I've seen his face, but no, nothing.
You don't seem to care.
Nah, I'm not bothered. Fight anyone.
Why is that the case though? Because I'm always fascinated by fighters who are like, yeah, whatever, I train, I'm ready. Are you one of those guys who's kind of always in shape and ready, whether it's in the kebab shop Saturday night or at the O2?
Yeah, I'm always ready for it.
Was that always the case? Did
Yeah,
you kind of were you
yeah.
naturally that kind of guy, or did it just develop after you did start training with that kind of fight ready attitude?
No, growing up, I was kind of like, well, I was bullied because I used to dance. So like, I used to get picked on a lot, and that obviously affected me mentally. And then my mum got me into boxing. Did that for a couple of weeks. Then I started training with school because I went to a learning centre for where got kicked out of school, and we did Fridays. We trained with Nat and Jordan, and yeah, I just got into it from there. I just
Who's your
loved it.
favorite fighter? You a fan of the various martial arts kind of competitions, whether it's BJJ or whether it's Muay Thai or MMA?
At the moment, he's quite a low fighter, but Mark DeCasey,
I know him.
he's more of a kick. He's got more of a kickboxer style. I really
Why?
like him. I don't know. It's just like his kicks. He flows them quite nicely and just float like he pulls out stuff that I'm thinking I would not be able to throw that in that situation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
very
love it.
athletic, right? He brings kind of a certain athleticism
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the style, which is exciting and it can be very game changing very quickly.
yeah.
So what does your normal day look like? How old are you, by the way?
I was 17.
You're 17,
Yeah, turn 18 in July.
so you're not in school.
No, no, I was in college, but I dropped out 2 months in. Just wasn't really my
Why?
thing. I have, oh, well, I don't really academically. I'm not really that smart, but I
Is
don't
is
know.
there anything that like feels more natural about training? Like, do you do two a day, or what does your normal schedule look like?
Well, we've got sessions every night, so I try to turn up as much as I can when I'm like, because when I get angry, I come down to the gym, do some weights, punch the bag a bit, and that just like releases it all.
Do you think if you found this sooner in life, it might have been different at all for you?
Maybe, yeah, yeah, maybe I could cause then control it more, but I've never really. I'm not sure.
But you're young. I mean, right? You sort of figure these things out. If I think about when I found martial arts, which was slightly later in life, I was in university at the time. I mean, I
Yeah,
remember the first time I did wrestling, which was in middle school. and I didn't like it at all because probably because I got paired up with the stinky kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it felt like I did not understand the value that martial arts could bring me, especially when the gym teacher paired like me, and I wasn't very big. I was soccer. I played football, soccer, right? I didn't play
yeah,
American football. I was too small for all that. And I had to go and wrestle these gigantic dudes, and I didn't even think that like technique or cardio could be an advantage, or maybe strategy. But now, right, like I look at martial arts, I'm like, wow, that taught me so many different ways of thinking and looking about it. Is that kind of where you are and why you're attracted to it? Because it did change your life in some ways? Because the first time I found and tried martial arts, I was like, forget it. I don't even want to do that at all ever again. And now it's like, it's one of the main things I do even professionally in commentary. So,
yeah. Because when I was training at first, obviously I was quite young, so I've always been really skinny. So I've been paired up with guys who are like triple my weight, double my weight. But then through that, I've learned to find small spaces, try and get through that. Use because I'm quite flexible as well, so I just use my legs to like wrap around and stuff.
you play rubber guard or anything like that?
No,
No, never. Check it out. You know Eddie Bravo, right?
yeah.
That stuff. You might like it. What's your game then in jiu-jitsu? What do you like to do mostly?
I don't know. I'm more like I like to flow with it. I don't look for this is what I'm going to do. It's if the opportunity's there, I'll try take it. If it doesn't work, flow into something else.
Just going fishing?
Yeah, basically.
The guys to watch that I like from the 10th Planet system are like they called themselves the Freak Show or the Freak Brothers, Richie Martinez and Giovanni or Gio Martinez. Did you ever check any of their stuff out?
No, never.
What kind of dancing did you do?
Do you know ballroom and Latin?
I do, of course.
Yeah, yeah. I did that for a bit. I used to go. I used to dance like nationally, so we'd go all around the country and dance.
That's amazing because the Freak Brothers I mentioned, they were breakdancing. They were breakdancers. But I mean, I got to think that must have helped you in martial arts, right? That translates, surely.
Yeah, yeah. Because it helped a lot with my footwork and obviously coordination and stuff.
Man, amazing. Well, listen, we're looking forward to having you out there. I'm glad you're fighting. I know a couple of people have had to drop out, but thanks so much for joining us, man. Any final thoughts or shout outs or hellos to people? What can we expect? Any predictions for your fight? What do you anticipate happening?
Well, hopefully a knockout. That would be the best case scenario. But I think the worst case would be fitness. If we're going, because the first round I have a feeling it's going to be all in, like all out scrap and everything. But later rounds, I reckon that's when I'm going to be trying to pull everything out of the gas tank.
I love it, man. Well, good luck to you. Josh Harper, once again, shout out to Josh. You can catch him at Supreme Championships. If you're there in person, if you got the ticket, great, because it's sold out. It'll be a sold-out crowd out there for you, man. So otherwise, you can catch the stream online, and we'll be there to catch the action with
Yeah.
you from the commentary booth. So, Josh, take care. Have a great rest of the day, and thanks for coming on.
Cheers, man. Thank you for having me.